Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here, coach of the Bronx Beartics with my Week 9 battle of the WBE. This week we are taking on Coach Patterrz, and he is in charge of the Newcastle Nido Kings. It's been a while since I played Patterrz. I love Patterrz, he's a great guy. By the way, the battle will obviously be right after the team breakdown, so stay tuned or skip ahead if that's what you want to do. Now, going into this week, I made a Kabutops set that looked delicious. I don't know, man. I got this Kabutops set right here. He has a bunch of threats, but this Kabutops goes in. Shout out to my boy Gypsy King as well for the help. Initially, I was looking at, he mentioned Rain Dance Kabutops does go in, and I do agree, but then I was looking at Weak Armor Swords Dance as well, and I ended up coming up with Swords Dance, Liquidation, Low Kick, and Aqua Jet. With only 4 speed EVs, I actually outspeed a max speed Tapu Koko, which he's not going to be, but it's better to be safe. With max HP, I take an Adamant Earthquake from Mega Gyarados. I take Earthquake from Impaldon, and I take Earthquake from Snorlax, which activates my Weak Armor, which makes me faster and everything. I have Aqua Jet for Scarf Terrakion, Scarf Delphox, Scarf anything really. And Low Kick is nice versus Snorlax as well as Mega Gyarados. It just hits his team relatively hard. Now, initially, I was going to be Expert Belt, but Gypsy King said, hey, why don't you try Weakness Policy? And I was like, hold up. He made a fire set, even more fire. That's why I love Gypsy King. But Weakness Policy, Weak Armor, Kabutops is here, and I'm going for a sweep with this thing because it's not hard to set up. And I want to support this thing really well, and I figured that Intimidate, Roselli Berry, Crocodile would do that. Basically with the Intimidate and the 252 HP and the 28 defensive Vs, I live close combat from Terrakion, I knock it out with Earthquake. With the 52 Spadef and max HP with the Roselli Berry, I live a modest Twinkle Tackle after 2 turns of Stealth Rock. The speed is for Gyarados, that way I can taunt it, stopping it from Dragon Dancing up. And this is also my Stealth Rocker. The idea is I lead off with Crocodile versus my opponent if they lead Tapu Koko. If they had like Tapu Koko was Hippo, they're probably just going to go hard into Hippo as I click Earthquake. I taunt Hippo, that way it's forced to attack me as it tries to go for Stealth Rock. I get up rocks of my own, which is nice for wearing down Gyarados and, some potential rolls on like a Escavalier or whatnot. And I basically try and set up for my Kabutops in there, because Kabutops, if it wants to get the Weakness Policy, it can only get it versus Gyarados, Impaldon, and Snorlax, or maybe a Terrakion clicking Earthquake, but close combat's also very scary. But it's kind of like a suicide lead Crocodile. I didn't make it faster than Venomoth. I wasn't sure if that was necessary, because I wanted to make sure it lived the hits that I needed it to hit. And it's not that wasn't sure that was necessary, but it was really hard for me to be able to do. But this also gives me an electric immunity for the team. We have Choice Scarf Breloom. I love this tech as well. This means I do not have to run Comfy this week. And with Jolly Choice Scarf, I actually outspeed Tapu Koko at level 50, which is pretty crazy. Because otherwise, at level 100, you wouldn't. Or at least I speed tie or / outspeed. But yeah, the Breloom is basically a nice check. It's actually 1 point faster, than a max speed Tapu Koko at level 50. And again, at level 100, you wouldn't be. But Breloom has Mach Punch to check Gyarados, does 56 to like 63% to Gyarados. Rock Tomb is nice for Xatu and Venomoth. Sewer Power is very spammable versus my opponent, especially because I think Tapu Koko is kind of forced to run like a Z move. I'm thinking Twinkle Tackle, and his recovery versus this, like Mons like Delphox, don't really come in on it. If I manage to get up rocks, which my rocker is very good at, he can't really stop that. And just Sewer Power is just really good versus him. But yeah, also Bullet Seed is pretty cool too for Gyarados. If it doesn't matter because Gyarados is forced to Mega Guarantee, but Bullet Seed is just nice for Tapu Koko on a neutral hit as well. And then Sewer Power again is my main move. It's basically a Mega Gallade. Speaking of which, I do have a Mega Gallade right here. I have enough speed for his Terrakion. This is a nice Terrakion check as well. With a 252 HP, 28 defense, I guarantee live a +1 Adamant Waterfall from Mega Gyarados. I believe I also live it with rocks, if I'm not mistaken. Spadef lets me take on hits from Alolan and Executor better, though I don't really expect that because of the fact that I have Volcarona. And also can take hit from Venomoth. And basically close combat, knockoff, Psycho Cut plus Taunt. Taunt is to stop Roar, to stop phasing, to force attacks, and to also help my Kabutops be there. It's also good for just setup in general. But close combat, knockoff, Psycho Cut hits his team for either super effective or neutral damage on basically everything. We have Loxodon, my Piloswine here. My Piloswine takes a waterfall from Adamant Gyarados and has Roar for that. It's also a nice check to Tapu Koko, obviously with the Eviolite. That's why I have the defense and HP EVs, by the way. I also live a close combat from Adamant Terrakion, though I think he has to be Jolly Terrakion. I think he has to be Choice Scarf as well, because I do have a Volcarona. So I definitely expect, like, basically Tapu Koko, Terrakion, Snorlax, Hippowdon, Mega Gyarados, and then like a Scavalier or something like that for like a comfy check. Venomoth can also come around as a comfy check too. Roar's pretty good for Curse Snorlax if he wants to bring that. Icicle Spear is nice for Xatu, and obviously Ice Shard Priority is cool for a Alolan Executor, and just in general maybe picking off like a weakened Tapu Koko. But I hate hits, I hate Grass Knot. I'm not too killed by Grass Knot from Tapu Koko, I believe, after Rocks. And it's just a nice check also to Pokemon like Delphox, and just a good special wall in general. And last but not least, we do have my Amara, my Toxapex. I'm Safety Goggles, just in case he wants to bring Sleep Powder Venomoth, though he hasn't hit them, from what I remember. It also absorbs Toxic Spikes from Venomoth. I have Haze, which is cool for Curslax or like Gyarados trying to set up that's not running Taunt. Toxic is just nice in general for Gyarados, Eggy, you know, Coco. Just getting it off on any Pokemon is really good. Recover is there too, my main recovery. I live with this EV spread, a Z-move from Venomoth at +1, and I can just Haze stop it. But yeah, that's the team for today. Let's get right into the battle. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, so we are here with the battle versus my boy Patterrz, and he has brought Tapu Koko, Delphox, nice. Delphox. Gyarados. It's Mega Gyarados. No Venomoth, a Scavalier. No Hippo. Ha, no Hippo. Okay, I mean, that's not terrible for me. I can set up Kabutops on Snorlax, a Scavalier. Not really Terrakion, maybe if it's -1. Tapu Koko. I have Aqua Jet as well for Delphox and Terrakion, so that's really good. My Gallade goes in. It's going to click buttons. What am I missing on this? Oh, Terrakion. Okay, so as far as switch-ins go for things, I think you have to be Scarf Terrakion in this game. Because my Volcarona could be a threat. Obviously, I don't have a Volcarona, but I'm going to go with the Crocodile lead. I basically designed it as a lead in this game because it gets free hits off early. I think he might be Twinkle Tackle on Tapu Koko, which I think makes the most sense versus me. You guys should check out Patterrz, by the way, as well as the WBE channel. Have fun, bro. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, my Gallade goes in. My Scarf Breloom is really nice here with Sewer Power. But I really do like Crocodile's lead. Just getting off an early Intimidate. I think Tapu Koko is a great lead versus me, too. As he ends up going out with the Escavalier, which isn't terrible. So through Intimidate, I actually live every hit. I almost want to click Rocks, but I don't think it's worth it. Because Rocks obviously mean Mega Gyarados can't... I want to have this position with this Pokemon in front of... Let me calc something real quick. Crocodile, Escavalier, just max attack. Let's just see. With Intimidate on. Like, I can see him knocking off immediately, which wouldn't be terrible on my Toxapex. It's not terrible on Pex. Alright, we're going to make the Pex play. I can see him knocking off. I really wanted to try and get up Rocks because obviously weakening the Gyarados and Delphox, really nice. There's a knockoff turn 1. 157 to 137. Knockoff. So that's not max attack. In fact, that's probably 0 attack investment. Not even Adamant Nature. So that's 0 attack investment. So he's like a careful one. I think Toxic is relatively safe here. I don't expect him to stay in. He might go Snorlax as like a pivot. But I think Toxic basically hits every single one of his switch-ins. Tapu Koko and Snorlax are 2 that come to mind. So we do end up landing hopefully on... Is it immunity? It's not immunity. So we end up landing the Toxic on Snorlax. Great. He could be Facade. Toxic. Escavalier. Not Adamant. Ada... No attack. So this is cool. I get a nice little Toxic off on the Snorlax. We're going to make the Crocodile play here. not only do I get off the Intimidate, but I also get up Rocks, which is going to be very important for my Kabutops and hopefully in a late game. I can also taunt Snorlax if it wants to do that, anything. Like just getting off an Intimidate and also taunting Snorlax could be really good. And just being able to get the rocks for Delphox, for Terrakion, to put them in range of +2 Aqua Jet from Kabutops. Obviously, he could double here. But luckily, every double he makes, I should be slower than. Actually, I guess this could technically be faster than me. Slower than me, excuse me. So maybe I won't get off the Intimidate, but it doesn't matter because I have Regenerator anyway. Let's see if he switched himself. Because he really does not like, he really doesn't like my Kabu. He goes for Power Up Punch. 202 to 162. 202 to 162. Is it like Tectonic Rage? I think rocks are just worth it for Gyarados. Like, I mean, as much as I love Crocodile in this with the Intimidate pivoting, 202 to 162. Let me figure this out though. Power Up Punch. Because I feel like this might be Tectonic Rage, but I can just safely go out into Gallade after and knock something out. So that's 40, which means he has some type of attack investment. In fact, that means he is actually max attack on the Snorlax in order to do that damage. That's fine though. We're gonna click rocks here. In general, I could always threaten him potentially with Sewer Power, so you might actually fear that. He might be Chople, I guess, but I feel like he might be Tectonic Rage as well. And just rocks, getting up rocks for... Let me put max attack on Snorlax. Max attack. Also, I'm faster than Gyarados, which is forced to Mega Evolve, and then I can bring in my Breloom and just click Sewer Power for free. It's like assuming like I sack Crocodile to taunt the Gyarados. So we already have Snorlax in range of +2 Jet. He is going to switch out, maybe Gyarados. There's Gyarados. Because his Gyarados is Mega, it is forced to actually Mega Evolve here. So he tried to get it in before Rocks, which is completely fair. I'm just going to taunt. I can't let him Dragon Dance up. I have Piloswine in the back for Tapu Koko. Earthquake becomes free if he opts to stay in and Mega Evolve here, which is actually pretty cool. And getting up those rocks is just really nice. Pressuring Delphox, Terrakion, and whatnot. Again, I really like my my Kabutops here. It was really good at Team Preview. So I'm faster than Jolly Gyarados, and taunting it just makes the most sense. So he can't Dragon Dance and try and sweep me immediately, basically. He might Ice Fang immediately too. And if he Mega Evolves, it means no more Intimidate, and it means that Gallade and Breloom just like click Sewer Power. They do not care. Obviously, Delphox can be a little bit scary, but with the Aqua Jet, I should be good too. So yeah, he's going to stay in. Nice, force the Mega Evolve. Yeah, he's forced the Mega Evolve here. As I taunt him, I can get some. That means no more Intimidate as well for my for my 1-mon as he goes for Earthquake. Alright, so I'm good with that. So he'll be able to 2-hit me. He was trying to catch my Toxapex. I'm just gonna click Earthquake here of my own. Getting off damage on this thing is worth it. And Kabutops can set up in it. I don't think he's Scarf. I want to say I do not think he's Scarf Tapu Koko. I don't think Scarf Tapu Koko is really good versus me when I have double grounds, Bronzong. Like, and when I can punish him for clicking moves. I think it's Twinkle Tackle. So I just click Earthquake here. It hits everything on his team. I get a little bit of damage off on Gyarados as well. And Gyarados cannot knock out Kabutops. The max it can do is 81 to 97% is the max it can do to my Kabutops. So I can set up in this thing's face. Or I could go Gallade and click Close Combat. Both are fine. But I do like the idea of just setting up in its face and getting my, my weakness policy and whatnot. Or my weak armor, rather, is better. So, right here, I just Earthquake, for sure. Every bit of damage on this is going to be nice, too. Yep, get some chip off. Braylon also isn't bad right now, but Hurricane, oh my gosh. That was for Braylon, he was trying to catch it. See, now I don't even want to go out into my Kabutops because I'm a little bit worried. It's like a random HP Thunder. HP Grass. Anyway, Tone hasn't worn off, and we have managed to weaken the Gyarados. So he goes for Waterfall to knock me out. I want to say Gallade might actually be safer now, because he showed Hurricane. So I have him in range of Mach Punch from Breloom. Maybe this isn't the mon to set up on. Actually, let me calc Stone Edge, like a random Stone Edge if I had it. Stone Edge does 47.56. I'm going to try and do it with Kabutops now. I'm going to try and do it with Kabutops. It's actually better for me not to click. It's actually better for me not to click SD. Because my Kabutops can win on its own, just naturally, if he clicks. If he gives me the weakness policy, which he'll go if he does Earthquake, and it also, this deals with me. This deals with my opponent potentially clicking Earthquake here too. So I'm going to click Low Kick instead of potentially losing the game if he clicks Dragon Dance. I won't lose, but I'll be in a bad position. And if he gives me the weakness policy, it's better. So I just Low Kick here. He doesn't have a Stone Edge switching either, so I'm not sure what play he wants to make. But +2 Kabutops is really strong. Escavalier dies. To +2 liquidation, yeah. I'm just really worried if I go for, yeah, I'm really worried if I went for SD there and he went like hard Tapu Koko or whatever he meant. He goes out into Escavalier, which isn't terrible because I get some nice damage off on it. As its leftovers. Juro Run does not knock me out, and I know he's maxed with def. I think I go for the Swords Dance in his face, yeah. I think I go for Swords Dance. I think he expected me to be Scarf there. So I'm going to go for Swords Dance. He might anticipate me to want to bring out my, Toxapex, so he might double here. But Swords Dance is fine. Man, if I Swords Dance last turn, ooh, it was a wrap. Because this can't knock me out. But if he does attack here instead, let's see if he doubles out the Tapu Koko. He does double out. What is it to? He doubles out into Delphox the God. Oh, anticipating my Toxapex. Hey, this is great, though. Kabutops is going to be able to knock this thing out with +2 Aqua Jet for sure. Oh, hell yeah. Even if it's max HP, +2 Aqua Jet does 100% min. And he has no Aqua Jet switchings. So I just click Aqua Jet here. I think he expected me to be Scarf. Yeah, I think he definitely expected me to be Scarf. So we Jet here. I don't even think he can bring out Koko on me, because if it's offensive Tapu Koko, it doesn't pivot. Aqua Jet is a 2-hit KO on offensive Tapu Koko. He might just lose raw to this Mon. Like, actually. Aqua Jet's way too strong. And I got Rocks up for Terrakion to guarantee it dies. Yeah, Rocks up guarantee the kill on Terrakion for the most part. Actually, no, that's close. Yep, there goes Delphox. Don't gotta worry about this thing coming in on close combat later. From my Gallade. So he's forced to go out to Tapu Koko now. Yeah, he's hella forced to go out to this. And this is also good because, like, he's basically going out. Like, I could actually stay in and click, like, Superpower or something versus that. If he goes lax, I'll knock it out with low kick for sure. So Delphox gets jetted. Kabu. I knew he'd double. I didn't think it'd be Delphox. I think it'd be Coco. Also, again, that's leftovers on a Scavalier. It could be AV Snorlax as well. Lefties. Snorlax could be AV or Z. Snorlax could actually be AV or Z. But yeah, getting rid of Delphox is amazing. That's something that could have been problematic. And it frees up my... basically, it just frees up my Paliswine. And my... It frees up my Paliswine, but it also freezes up my Toxapex. So I'm good with that. He has to go Coco. I don't think he can afford... I don't think he can go Terrakion. And even if it does... So actually the roll on Terrakion is 91 to 108. I'm pretty sure he has to be Jolly Scarf Terrakion as well for my Volcarona. Yeah, I knew Cabo would be really good. It would have been awesome if he hit me with like a Mega Horn there to activate my weak armor. There is Terrakion. Interesting. That's a really interesting pivot. I guess he's going off the roll instead of going Coco. I'm always going to go Toxapex here. Because Toxapex is free. Hella free. If he clicks SD, great play. But he can't SD and Rock Posh at the same time, and I always click Haze. I also could go Gallade, but I'm not going to risk Gallade. And plus, my Breloom with Delphox gone. Ooh, superpowers are so nice here. They're really free. But yeah, once this Terrakion takes one more turn of rocks, it's guaranteed dead. It's guaranteed to have the +2 jet. So he can't let me get +2. And plus Kabutops is at full and it already came to KO. So I'm happy about this. Let's see if he goes for Earthquake. 157 to what? $157 to 89. Awesome. Okay, so that means he's Jolly, right? Yeah, that's a Jolly low roll. It's not Adamant. It's Jolly low roll. Couldn't be Adamant because Adamant would have done a lot more actually. That's Jolly. I think I'm actually gonna make the Breloom play. It deals with two things. He can't knock me out with Z move if he goes for Constant Crush or has Tectonic Rage, and it deals with potentially Snorlax coming in, and I get to click Sewer Power. So this is Jolly Terrakion with EQ. Yeah, Jolly Terrakion with EQ. I'm assuming Choice Scarf. Let's see what he switches out into. I'm thinking Snorlax. Macho Man is Coco. Oh, Macho Man is definitely Coco. Hey, every bit of chip on that. Yo, if I get my weak... Oh, if I get my weakness here, ooh! Because if I get my weakness and a Swords Dance on Kabu, I just sweep. Because now I've got 2 Stealth Rock switch-ins on Coco, guaranteed. This is probably Dazzling Gleam coming out. Grass Knot from... This does not KO. Dazzling Gleam does not KO. I literally have I literally have Paliswine here for this Pokemon, so he shouldn't be able to knock me out. With Dazzling Gleam into Twinkle Tackle, Dazzling Gleam into Grass Knot, Dazzling Gleam into Bloom Doom, I should be good, and it should be a free Earthquake. I want to say, Hurricane is cool, so he has that instead of. I just spilled some water. He does U-turn, so maybe trying to bring in Terrakion. It could be the Gyarados he tries to bring out. I don't think Snorlax makes sense. Okay, let's see. Escavalier just gives me Toxapex. And again, that's 2 guaranteed turns on Coco. I think it's AV Snorlax with like Power Up Punch, Facade, Rock Slide or something. For Volcarona. And Comfy and stuff like that. I have Haze for the Escavalier, so I'm not worried. There goes Gyarados. As long as I keep Piloswine alive, I will always eat a hit from this. I'm going to make the Breloom play. If he Hurricanes immediately, great play. If he Dragon Dances, I knock him out with Bullet Punch. So I'm good either way. Excuse me, Dragon Dances, I knock him out with Mach Punch, so I'm good either way. And if he Hurricanes, then I go out into Kabutops, and I click Swords Dance. Ooh, and then it's a wrap. Like, if he Hurricanes, fantastic play. I don't think Tapu Koko is Scarf. But if it is, plus 4 Aqua Jet does 81% minimum. So he's at 87%, and then he takes the next one. If he had a little bit of HP, it'd probably be around 20 or 40. Which still, he's in the min. And that's the min if he, because you want to be modest to outspeed Gallade. And then you have like 9 extra points. Well, like 8 extra points. So Aqua Jet is free versus Coco. And if it's Scarf Coco, it can't win anyway, as long as I keep 2 Pokemon alive. So, Jet is my play. I think also Jet puts in range of Ice Shard. Let's see, I go Breloom here. If you Hurricanes, fantastic play. Yep, just Earthquakes. If I went Kabu, man, that would have been fire. So, I can afford to just click Bullet Seed because it hits Tapu Koko. And it will also knock this thing out. Superpower doesn't make as much sense because Escavalier isn't a threat due to Toxapex having Haze. So Bullet Seed is fair. And that'll definitely knock this thing out. And if he switches out to Tapu Koko, we're good. It looks to go Escavalier, which is smart. I think he's thinking of playing a little bit aggressive versus that Gyarados, too. Ooh, even this is like physically effective. Look how many hits I got. Calm down, Breloom. That last one did no damage. That last one actually did no damage. Like, at all. Yo, Mach Punch looks like it sweeps soon, too. But yeah, I always have Pex here. And I just click Scald soon now. Alright, Scald should be free. Also, Close Combat basically knocks out Escavalier at that range. It does around that range. So, Gallade, when it starts coming in, soon he won't be... I'm saving Gallade in the back, because I'm trying to win with Kabutops. But soon, ooh, he won't be able to do anything. But yeah, Pex is my play. If he doubles to Snorlax predicting Pex, great play. Because he might try and knock me out with like Tectonic Rage or something. Let's see. But I think it's AV. He does double. Is it Snorlax? Or Gyarados? It is Slax. So, I think he's trying to knock me out with Tectonic Rage. I feel like I can afford to click... Does Tectonic Rage from this thing knock me out from full? Toxapex, Snorlax, Max Attacker. No choice, man. Earthquake does not knock me out, and if he Z's, it does 140 damage. I'm literally just outside of range of that, so I can click Recover here. So if he does click the Z move here, I'm actually 1 point outside of range of Max Attack Tectonic Rage. The max it can do is 140. I am at 141. It just clicks Facade, which is fine too. Your boy is going to eat that up. Ooh, look at Pex go. It just does not care. Pex just does not care. Like, in an ideal world, I set up a Kabutops versus this thing, too. And I'm also just still out of range. So I just click recover again. Facade. Facade. Power. Up. Punch. Yeah, Facade barely does have two. What is that, Gyarados? Okay, you know what? I'm doing it now. I don't think he's Scarf on Tapu Koko. I'm doing it now. I'm going to make the Kabutops play. No, the Braylon play is always the best play. Braylon play is always the best play. Like, if he Hurricane's great. If he Earthquakes, then I'm good. We have Snorlax at half, too. But yeah, Braylon's always the best play. If he Hurricanes, it's the same thing. I don't care if he Earthquakes, too. I'll just Mach Punch this time. Mach Punch hella free. And I really want to set up on that Kabutops. On that Snorlax with my Kabutops. So I'm going to go Braylon. As long as I have... Well, also, Toxapex shouldn't die to Thunderbolt from Tapu Koko, which is crazy how stupid this Pokemon is. Let's see if he Hurricanes. Hurricane, and he lands. Perfect. Perfect. It's time. It's time. I'm going in. Kabutops, go. 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 Kicking SD in his face. I got SD now. He Earthquakes me. He cannot kill me. Don't you dare get crit. Thank you. Pop my weakness policy. Pop my weak armor. That's a wrap, boys. Ooh. Ooh. Hit him with the weakness, too. Ooh. Hit him with the Swords Dance, too, bro. That's a triple weak. Ooh, my. He's going in, and he's going to go hard. I'm just clicking low kick. I don't even got to bother predicting. That's it. That's why I made the Braylon play, because for this, Adamant, +2/+2, he's +4. That's a Scarf Terrakion if I've ever seen one. That's a Scarf Terrakion. If it's like random Gluttony on Snorlax, let me see this. Low kick you. Knock you out. Terrakion guarantee dies. I guess it could have a random Quick Attack, but I feel like Quick Attack ain't good versus me as the last move. You want Rock Slide and Stone Edge, or like Earthquake and Poison Jab, or like Iron Head. If he has it, he has it. If not, like, I don't need this to guarantee win. If I get the damage off on Tapu Koko that it can't come in on Piloswine, my Gallade wins, right? Because Gallade needs a hit from Terrakion. Gallade will knock out Snorlax. It'll knock out a Scavalier. And Toxapex also walls everything outside of Tapu Koko. So if he goes Koko, I guarantee click Aqua Jet. But this is what I wanted to set up for this Mon right here. Which is why I went Braylon, because it dealt with two things. It dealt with Earthquake, it dealt with DD. Didn't want to go hard Kabutops, because if he hit me with a Hurricane, it actually put me in range of Gyarados's, I put me in range of Gyarados's Earthquake, so it wasn't, that's why Braylon was an all-around play, because even if you had like random Dragon Dance or Sub or whatever, Bullet Seed, I'm Scarf, I don't care. So I really hope I win the game here, because that's what I was hoping at Team Preview, and that's what I was hoping when I was building this. I showed this set to Gypsy, and I initially had Expert Belt, and he was like, hold up, wait, that's fire. Why don't you put Weakness Policy? And I was like, wait, that's fire. That's why I love working with Gypsy. Like, he can make a set that I made that's cool even better. He's so smart. Anyway. But yeah, I made it max HP, max attack, and I figured has multiple opportunities set up. This Gyarados being one of them. Come on, Kabutops. He's calking. He's calking. Boy, you are dead. Your leftovers too. That is a dead mon, my friend. That is a dead mon. Liquidation, give me that. Yeah, so now Galay guarantee wins. Oh, and he didn't even go Coco either. But I mean, Aqua Jet's always my best play on Coco no matter what. Because a non-Scarf Terrakion can't beat Gallade. A regular Scarf Terrakion can't beat the Gallade. And if he did that just to do this to quick attack me to fake it out, I'm still fine with that. Because if he quick attacks, then Gallade comes in. But I Aqua Jet you. Hey, I figured Scarf Terrakion, no quick attack. Let's go, Kabutops. Let's go. That boy is coming through. That boy is coming through. Tapu Koko is guaranteed in range of Aqua Jet. I don't want to risk him being faster. Like I said, this is my best play because it will put him in range of Ice Shard anyway from Piloswine, even if he's like a bulkier set than what I expect. But this is +4 Aqua Jet. It should be a KO. Tapu Koko does learn Quick Attack. It does have priority in Quick Attack. It would be really interesting that you choose to go for that here. But I still have a full HP Piloswine, and nothing can come in on it. This should die, though. Yep. Hey, Kabutops swept. That's what I wanted. I'm going to be real. When I was talking with Gypsy, I was like, bro, I kind of want to just lead Crocodile, sack it and taunt, and then go with Kabutops and try and win. But that's not the play. Anyway, I click Aqua Jet here too, just in case it's random cussed out berry, which is not. But Aqua Jet will kill anyway. And I have a fighter in the back, so I'm not worried. It's on a timer. It's not like it can rest because terrain is up anyway. This covers everything. Kabutops did it. All right, 9-0. Not bad at all. And we won the way I wanted to. 9-0, and we won the way I wanted to with Kabutops. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Leave a like if you did because I'm really excited about this. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Kabutops killed Delphox, Mega Gyarados, Escavalier, Tapu Koko, Terrakion, and Snorlax. He got 6 kills. Oh my gosh. I'm going to hit up my boy Patterrz if he would like to do an interview with me, of course. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If there's no interview, then this will be the rest of the battle. But if there is, I'll see you guys in a sec. Bronx Beartics are now 9-0 going into week 10. I'll see you guys. All right, guys. So we are here at the end battle talk with Patterrz. You can say hi.
Hello.
It's been a while. It's like we were just saying. It's been a while since we played.
It has been.
I love the Hurricane Gyarados.
I literally like last second we were talking about the team and then Jamie Boyd was like, if you were real, you'd put Hurricane on this Gyarados and just like stay in and just smack it. I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it, man. Let's just do it.
Bro, I don't know if that's because Jamie's a friend too. I don't know if that's a callback to when I use Hurricane Thunder Mega Gyarados in the GVA, but that's fire.
I'm so happy that I literally said before the game started, I was like, if I can Hurricane this Breloom and kill it, I will count that as a win for myself, like in my own heart.
I think when I switched to it, I was like, okay, this is good because if he has Sub or Dragon Dance, I obviously if he DDs, I Mach Punch him. If he kills me with Hurricane, I can Kabutops him. So I was like, okay, did he Hurricane? He Hurricane. Oh, nice. But wait, hold up. That's a game. That's the game right there.
Yeah, that Kabutops came out of nowhere. I didn't even expect you to bring that, to be honest. I was so scared of everything else in your team.
I liked like Rain Dance variant of Kabutops, but when I was looking at it, I was like, holy crap, this can win. And initially, I was gonna bring Expert Belt. Extra Belt, the same set, max HP, so it guarantee lives a hit from every one of your physical mons besides Terrakion, unless Terrakion's -1. And but then my buddy Gypsy King was like, "Hey, weakness policy." I was like, "Oh, weakness policy, weak Armor Kabutops. That's amazing," because it only needs 4 speed EVs to outspeed max speed Tapu Koko, and chances were you weren't going to be running anything other than Adamant because you only need a little bit.
Yeah, oh man, my Coco, dude, I'm so sad I never got to use it properly. I was like,
if you DM me, I would have let you use that.
I was contemplating just hanging up and be like, listen, that's game, okay, right? We all understand that, but hear me out. Let me Z-mirror move you real quick. Please, I wanted to do it the entire season, and we're like, okay, you know what? Let's just do it. Maybe it'll work. And it, man, I'm sad. I
wasn't sure if the okay, it was Airlace on Skylar. I wasn't sure if the Snorlax at first was like AV or Tectonic Rage, but then I was like, after I saw Facade and everything, I was like, okay, he's probably and Power Up Punch. I'm like, okay, he's probably like, okay, so backtracking a little bit. My Toxapex when I came in, funnily enough, if you were max attack, I was at 141 HP, and the max damage that max attack Adamant Tectonic Rage could do is 140. So that's why I was like, I could recover here, and I'm good. But then you ended up being AV, which makes sense for Volcarona as well with Rock Slide. I figured Scarf Terrakion, you kind of had to. Volk is scary, and the when I SD'd in front of that Kabutops, in front of that Escavalier, I was like, I'm going for game right now.
No, I thought, dude, I was really surprised that you did that. I was like, oh my god.
Because I'm max HP, so I didn't really risk much.
Yeah, no, you're right actually. I mean, even if I'd Iron Headed you would have been fine.
Yeah.
You would have gotten that weak armor.
Yeah, exactly.
Well.
That would have been nice for Tarak, and then like, well, not necessarily nice for Tarak because I still probably would have switched. I definitely calced the Aquagen. I was like, this is not worth it. I could do this later, and potentially. I think it got every kill in the game.
Yeah, I think so. I'm really surprised. That thing came out of absolutely nowhere.
that was the first Pokemon I built, and then I don't know if you see my Crocodile set, but I beat my game plan going into the week, and I quote, I'm gonna lead Crocodile versus whatever he does. I'm gonna Earthquake Coco and taunt Stealth Rock Knock, and I'm going hard Kabutops, and I'm gonna see if I can win.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you probably would have been fine against like any that kind of team I could have brought, to be honest.
You brought physically defensive Escavalier though. That's definitely not something I expected, which is really nice. And Shell Armor is a really good tech too, because I can't crit you. That's good for Gallade. I like that.
Yeah, like the Gallade is a huge threat to my team. It didn't even touch the field, but the Gallade is so scary against my team. I was like, it just sits there and it kills stuff left and right.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
And then like Pex is still like, even though you have answers for Pex, Pex is still always scary because it doesn't die in one hit to anything.
Bro, when I knocked off the safety goggles on Toxapex, I was like, bro, you don't even need them. I don't land sleep powder.
Dude, I was low-key worried about... So Pex used to be a Bronzong with safety goggles. I was so worried about your Venomoth. I was like, wait, this can sweep me.
No, it's not. I mean, actually, to be fair, it didn't do that bad when it used Toxic Spikes. But this is not the kind of week to bring Toxic Spikes
versus like,
Toxapex.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know you did miss like, what, 4 sleep powders versus Dan?
Yeah. Yeah, like 1 was like, okay, fine. 2 was like, all right, this is getting a bit ridiculous. 3, I was gonna exile this thing. 4, it was just a joke at that point. I don't even know what to say.
It was still a really fun game. I was like, okay, he's probably gonna double here into this, but I can't make the call. And like, you made some really good calls, like in terms of switching around and like Earthquake was a good mid ground with Terrakion, and I really like those plays. Like in front of a +2 Kabutops, you click Earthquake, and I was like, yeah, that's a solid play. Like, I'm not gonna risk this much.
I was thinking that it seems like the Kabutops could really like damage my team, so I was like, he's probably gonna want to save this as much as possible for later on.
Yeah, I was hella tempted in front of Gyarados to click Swords Dance, but I was like, if this dude Dragon Dances, do I lose here, or can I?
Didn't even bring Dragon Dance.
Yeah. That's a fire. I like this Gyarados set a lot, though.
I'm like, everyone is like, I'm like, of all people, Joey is gonna make sure that he has the phasing and the getting rid of the boost.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what I have.
Not set up.
That's exactly what I have. Roar, Piloswine, Haze, Toxic.
You literally have Taunt, Roar, Haze, and Taunt again.
Then I got Mach Punch priority too on Loom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were Scarf Breloom as well.
Yeah.
I thought so. I was thinking that, yeah.
At level 50, it's actually faster than Tapu Koko. Or at least few ties.
By like 4 points or something.
Yeah, something weird like that. Whereas at level 100, it's not. So that's one of the
That's
pluses.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's like 1 point slower. It's like 393 or 390.
I'm gonna bribe Dan next season. Do a level 100 instead.
I think level 100 would. I don't know. The damage outputs would be definitely different too.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon would be taking less, which might be better for like thicker teams. I very much did enjoy that game though. It's been a minute.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It's been a minute since we played, so
it was good, though.
I'm really excited. This is good, bro. I wanted to bring Volcarona, but it was not great. I like this Delphox set a lot too. It really pressures all my fat mons. The Flamethrower Willows.
It would hit really hard too. Like,
doesn't he beat Comfy 1v1? Max special attack.
With Psyshock, I think so.
Yeah, it's really close. I think it's really close. That's a fire set, dude. If that didn't die early, that could have been scary.
Get to do anything.
I mean, at that point, you kind of had to sack something though. You couldn't like anything you switch into would do 2 KO.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
which sucks, but It'd be like that sometimes. Listen, I got my hurricane off. I'm happy.
Yeah, I know you're hyped about that. I was the same way when I used Mega Gyarados and Hurricane and Ludicolo. I was really happy. But thank you so much, dude, for hopping on the channel. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I look forward to watching your playoff run because I know you're almost basically like guaranteed.
Well, you may have ruined it now, Joey. So.
I mean, well, if it makes you feel any better, you guaranteed my spot right now. So.
Oh, you know, it doesn't, but yeah, it's great.
Guys, go and check out Patterrz. See his side. Great guy as well. I really do like him.
Thank you,
no offense to you. If that's
no offense,
if that's
but I really like you and you're great.
If that's not what you were going for, if you were going for like a more, I want everybody to hate me look, you know, I can't judge. But check out him, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.
Bye.